Hi everyone. Right, I did say I'll come back and show you how to do this. Now what I've done, I've put a hole in the bottom of the dress form. I've then taken one of these, which was, I don't even know what it had. I can't remember. It came off something, but I never throw anything away. And I'm going to use that as a stand. So what I've done is I've cut 2mm chipboard in a circle big enough to drop in. In fact, I can do it that way, it might be easier. And I'm going to glue that onto there, and then one for the top, and then the skewer can go straight through and onto the dress form, and it'll have its own stand. So first of all, let's glue this on. I'm just going to use the hot glue gun. Hopefully it will work. Like that, and then press that down like that, and then that will now fit in to the bottom of that. And that's just so when I pop that in and then pop that on like that, and oh sorry, silly hole. Glue that onto there, then I can use the base and decorate it, and then the dress form will actually stand on that. She will stand when it's glued in together. You just have to get her straight. Okay, and then that's what we're going to have. Hope you can see that. Oh, like that. Like that. So, first of all, I'm going to glue this. I'm going to put that on actually, so that it's already in there. I will glue that in when I've finished, and just pull that up. And then what I'm going to do is just glue the edge of this quickly as I can. Any excess can be taken off, don't worry about it. Like that. Pop that down onto. Just take the excess off, that's nothing. That should be on there. If there's any excess over it, just rub your fingers over it and it comes straight off. Now, I do have to trim that down, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Tim Holtz scissors, because these are the sharpest ones I have, I think, and just trim that off basically. Like that. Just to make it a little bit more even. It's going to be covered anyway, so that doesn't matter. Okay, so now we've got that. Just get rid of this rubbish. And that's nice and firmly on that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this. In fact, I'm just going to take that out a minute. If I can get this out. Just to secure it a little bit more, just pull it out, like that. Yeah. Just go around the bottom of that as well, just to tidy it up. You're not going to see that bit, but what I was thinking of is I'm just going to glue around that first, and then I'm going to pop that back, like that's it, that way. Pop that on so it catches that glue there. Right. Pop that back down onto that and pull that back up where I want it. And then I can put a little bit more glue around the edge, just so that it won't pull it out, basically. Like that, and then let that dry a minute. So while that's drying, I'm just going to pop that on there to dry. We can go on and sort the dress form out. Now what I'm going to do with the dress form is we are going to paint it. So I'm going to put a coat of this gesso on first. And I've got some gorgeous lace that I'm going to make the skirt with. Haven't worked out what I'm going to do the top with. I might just paint the top, to be honest, and then decorate the top. So right now, let's just stand that out of the way, and we can start and paint her. I'm just putting this on first before I put the actual colour that I might choose to go on. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. I just want to make sure that the paint sticks. It's just a quick flick of paint over acrylic, the gesso. Okay, we don't need much. Dry that off. And then what I'm going to do is the bottom half of it. Really quick projects. Somebody was saying that they, the way I work, the speed I work, 9 times out of 10, I don't know what I'm doing. No, I do. No, what it is, I know what materials I have, and I just try and make the best of what I've got. And if I've got an idea in my head, then I'm already halfway there of what I'm going to do, which is really good and helpful when you're designing something, or, you know, because I often start with a blank canvas as well, and so I'm as I'm working, I think of other things. And as you watch the videos, you'll see, you know, I have an idea mainly in my head. I know how I want it to look, and I use whatever materials that's nearest to the ones that's in my head. And that's the way I work. So I'm just going to dry that off. And I don't ponder about things. One thing I don't do is, very, very rare do I ponder, shall I or shan't I? I'm usually very quick with the decision. I go for it. If it doesn't look right, I can always do another one. No, nothing at all. I don't feel bad. I don't often put things in the bin. Well, not like I used to. I used to bin an awful lot. But I preach to other people, you know, make the most of what you've got. If you don't like it, change it. And I'm not a waster, so really, when I say I used to put things in the bin, I'd strip them first. And if I couldn't do anything else with them, they'd go in the bin. But these days, no. These days I generally just get tucked into what I'm doing and just build as I go along, basically. But yeah, if I've got a project to start, I try and get it finished as soon as. Only because I like to see them done and I need to move on. And that's why I can do so many videos. Right, so we put the coat on that. That is now dry. That won't come out. And now I can glue this in here. Well, first of all, I have to see how far. I think that's tall enough. Yeah, my deck's not straight, so don't worry about that. But I now have to glue her in and hope that I'm just going to put a pencil mark where I want it to. Pull that out so far and lob a load of glue on it before I push that back in. It'll just help it. Just do that and help that. Now what I've got to do is just plaster glue all around it so it can't be pushed down. Put that back in the hole, and then you have to get this straight. So I generally hold her to the side. Yeah, hold her to the side to make sure that she's straight. No, she's still quite hot, you see, the glue, so we'll just wait till it's dry. And you'll see with the angel, the Hell's Angel doll, what I actually did was I popped 2 little bars. There were just these sprigs, these rods, and I cut them to size, and I put them from the bottom of the skirt piece down to the base, which gave that support to stop the doll from falling. Because you can't get inside to glue her, you have to do it the way I've just done it now. Yeah, that's pretty solid-ish. I'm just going to take some of that off. See, it's still soft. Like that. You're not going to see that underneath, but we will be painting it anyway. If I feel that I need to... See, I can put that on another plinth, which I might just do that actually. I might just put her on another plinth, and then she'll stand without falling. Just need to get her on like that. So we've got a flat surface. Yeah, just while she's still drying. That's fine. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just paint the doll. Now, see, I'm using, I don't know, I might just paint a pink. Let me just see what I've got. That one's not. Now, it's having enough because I am running out of pink. I need to go and get some more actually. Let's just have a look. We've got some in here. This should do. And all I'm going to do is pop some paint on here. Now, it is a little bit pink, so we're going to go over it with some white when we've done it. Take my brush. I'm using a flat one because you cover more area. And probably a couple of coats. Yeah, I sat there last night and thought, now, what am I going to do? What shall I do next? And I haven't done a dress form for a while, so I decided to do this. This is not copied from anybody. This is out my head. And I haven't seen anybody put them together like I do, so... Yeah, it's going to need a couple of coats. So I'm just going to dry this one off. I haven't dried it off much, I'm just doing a bit. And I'm just going to go over it again. So if you're following this tutorial, it won't take you long. And we do put these tutorials out for you to learn and you to do, and you know, you take it away, you do your own thing, you put your own twist on it, and you've learnt a technique or two or more. And I don't mind anybody doing mine. And it's nice if you're going ahead and doing a video and you do say where you've seen it, but it's not, it's politeness, but it's not, you know, a decent crafter would do that, put it that way. If it is something you've copied. That's what I'm saying. Or taken and twisted to make your own. Right, just while she's drying there, I'm just going to take some of this. I aren't using the white acrylic because I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to have to use it straight from the tub. But fortunately, the two ones don't run. Oops a daisy, because I don't want the pink as pink as when I've got it, and I want that shabby look. It just tones the pink down a little bit. I'm using this gesso. And you get that little shabby look. Now I'm hoping that Chris is back with us shortly. She has moved. The only thing is they were waiting for the internet guys to come along and plug them back in because they need the... Oops a daisy. Now it's got something on that brush. I'm just going to wash that straight away. Yeah, we're waiting for her internet access to get back on, and she'll be joining us again. Oh, silly oh. Take that in there and we can get that off. I'll grab hold of her. Yeah, I quite like that. That's quite nice. It's toned that down a little bit and it's giving it like an aged look as well. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Excellent. And now what we're going to do is, looks like a stand. I need to stop it. Hopefully we can get her to lean. That's it. Lean forward a bit. Might have to put a stand in the back actually, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm just taking some more pink and do the rest of the skirt. Like I say, with a bigger brush, a flat brush, you can cover more area all at once. And then just take the white and we'll go over that. Let's just keep blending that in and brushing it in together. I'm not bothered about 2 coats of the pink on the skirt because it's going to be covered. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that actually. So all I'm going to do now is, you know, turn her upside down. Don't need any more pink really, but I might just give it a little coat because you're not actually going to see that. So just a thin coat will do. And then just a little bit more of the white. Not worried about the stem whatsoever at the moment. That will be done after. But there you go. Now what I'm going to do is just wash my brush and dry her off. I will do the stem later and probably come back as a second tutorial with that. Because this only lasts, oh, I've probably got about 5-10 minutes anyway. So yeah, I think I'll come back with this. I'm just going to dry her off and I'll see you in a minute.